Bridget and Claudia from The Word on Weddings, talking all things weddings and exciting things. As some of you may know, Claudia's just got engaged, and so
I'm going to do that every time. Sorry, I'm going to do that every time.
Just showing off that ring, yeah. But yeah, we're all blinded now, Claudia. None of us can watch the video because we're all blinded. Oh, video. That's making me feel podcast.
Vlog.
Is it a
video.
vlog?
Is it vlog or podcast?
Vlog,
I don't know.
Podcast video. We don't mind. If you're watching, you're watching. That's the most important thing. And I was reading in a few forums, because I do that sometimes. And I think one topic that I've seen come up quite often is how to uninvite people to your wedding.
Ooh.
So, or how to, how do you tell people perhaps you don't want kids there? Or, if somebody's, a couple and they've split up, which one do you invite? Or person's got a new partner and actually you're limited for numbers and you don't want the new girlfriend, boyfriend to come.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because obviously, you're going to have to be thinking about that soon.
I think so. Obviously, CJ and I are very, very early in our journey of wedding planning.
Yeah.
But even still, we've talked about weddings and doing smaller weddings and having limited numbers and things like that. And yeah, it's a difficult one. It's a really difficult one. I think especially the kids one. I think you're either going to have a wedding that's going to really suit having children there, or maybe you've got a family with loads of kids, or maybe not, and you don't want to upset people. It's your special day, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard because you want to do what's best. I've always thought, I'm just going to do what's best for me, and I've always thought that, I'm going to pick. But
it's hard with family dynamics, I think.
Now I'm in the situation. Now we're thinking about our own wedding. I'm starting to really question that more and going, I don't want to upset that person, or if I don't include that person, it's going to upset. And people always say, do what you want. It's your day, but that's not that easy.
I think one of the things I've seen as far as wedding suppliers are concerned is when you get a wedding nanny, or you might get a wedding magician that's keyed up for kids, or drawing packs. So I think if you're having lots of kids, is to have things that keep them entertained. They are going to be bored stiff if they're sat listening to speeches. So find some other entertainment for the kids to do. If you have it, if you decide to have them, make sure they're entertained, because you don't want lots of bored kids running around screaming. Or
you see some of those videos where kids are just going mental.
They skip down the hall.
Don't we?
We've all done that.
Don't want any of that.
But I've even seen recently. There's a lady approached me actually to exhibit, and she does. If you've got elderly or people with dementia, they look after them for you.
Oh, I love that.
So that person can be involved, but isn't going to, they've got somebody to care for them, so that their partner can enjoy the wedding.
It takes that pressure off, I think, so everybody can have a good time. I think that's such a good idea. I love that.
I know. I thought that was really great, something a bit different. And I think, it's even like dogs now at weddings, isn't it?
I was just going to say about dogs, I've been seeing a couple of new businesses pop up that are around kind of dog nanny. Is it dog nanny? I don't know the term, but having a dog chaperone on the day. I know one of my closest friends is having a very dog friendly wedding, and that's great because they're kind of involved. But I think it would be interesting to look at those possibilities too. Maybe have somebody where the dogs can be involved as part of it, but you don't have to worry at certain moments when you
might want the dog involved in your ceremony, but then you want to remove the dog perhaps later on, mightn't you? I mean,
maybe, yeah.
I think it's. I don't know if I'd want a dog at my wedding. I mean, I love my dogs, but I don't think I'd want them at my wedding.
Yeah,
but
who's having a dog-friendly wedding? I want to hear. How are you getting your pooch involved? Are you not? Are you, not going to risk paws on your white dress?
Yeah. See, last year that was one of the biggest things. The dog chaperones that's the word. Dog chaperones wedding fairs were absolutely selling out. They were going like hotcakes. People really wanted to involve their dogs. I wonder if people have involved other animals as well. Your cats, your guinea pigs, your rabbits.
A little rabbit kind of walking down the aisle with the ring. I love that.
You get owls swooping in, don't you?
Yeah, and like doves and stuff.
Yeah.
We've kind of completely gone off the topic of uninviting people. Maybe we want to the fun bits.
Yeah, let's get back on track. So how do you uninvite people? Or I mean,
or maybe
you don't
not
invite them in the first place,
yeah.
But also not offend people, because obviously we all love our family. But I mean, families these days are, getting bigger and bigger, aren't they? With extended families, and where there's been breakups in families, you get lots of sides of families and things like that. So it's like, who do you invite? You don't want to invite your uncles, aunties, cousins, best friends.
I'll be reminding Mum of this conversation when I do the guest list, and she goes, "Oh, why is so and so?" I'm going to be like, "Play the video."
No, this video doesn't count for your wedding.
Well, give us your top tips. I'd love to hear.
Tell us why. How do you not invite people? How do you keep your guest list restricted? Who are you having? Do you just invite everybody and make the most of it? How do you budget for that if you're doing a bigger wedding? I have noticed people are seeming to do much longer engagements at the moment. Is that because you're having a bigger wedding, or is it just cost of living and you're having to be careful with your money? Tell us, we want to hear.